Welcome to today's video. We'll be going over some of the uniforms in our collection that are viewable in our museum. They go from the rarer M42 Paratrooper jackets to the more common Soviet uniforms. The first uniform we've got is the Deutsches Jungvolk, very similar to what JoJo Rabbit wore in the film JoJo Rabbit. Got the Hitler Youth dagger with him as well. It's a marked one. It says blood and honor. Got his little cup, his bread bag, and some nice brown shoes. Then we have a Soviet soldier in the summer uniform. Got his glass canteen, PPSH mag, and the rest is blocked by our Vickers machine gun. Soviet flag on his shoulder. So this one here is one of our rarest two uniforms. This is a M42 Paratrooper uniform. The 101st Airborne Screaming Eagles patch on it. If I zoom down a little bit, you'll notice on the arms it is a reinforced example, which means it was used on D-Day. Someone jumped out of a C-47 in this jacket. So the paratroopers had two examples from what I remember. They had one unreinforced and they had one of them reinforced because they found a lot of the time they were ripping when they used them in Italy. So this is a reinforced example. You can see where his shoulder's been rubbing. That is an original 101st Airborne jump jacket. Used on D-Day. And the reason I say used on D-Day, as you'll see in the next uniform, they switched to the M43 jacket for Market Garden. So our next paratrooper uniform, as I mentioned earlier, they switched to the M43 for Market Garden. So this is set up to be a Market Garden era 82nd Airborne paratrooper setup. Got his rank chevron as well, and his M1 Grand pouches. And then the helmet from the previous video is the one that had been hit by the sniper. He's on top of that. Next we have a Her Majesty's Canadian Service. It's a Canadian Navy uniform. Next up we have a British paratrooper in his Denison smock. Got some of the paratrooper webbing on him, as well as Bren gun magazine pouches. The regular infantry trousers below. And then our Maxim machine gun is at his feet. We have our Luftwaffe pilot, or paratrooper, which is the branch colour yellow. It's one of those two. And there in this case, he could be either, because of that little badge at the bottom with the bird's wings. That is a glider pilot badge. So he could have been the pilot of the glider, or he could have been one of the paratroopers on the glider. But more likely, he was the glider pilot. And the wound badge I've just added on, because it was a spare award loop. And then the trousers at the bottom are reproduction. I've been told the uniform's private purchase, as it doesn't fit with the other standard made uniforms. Next up we have our M44 P-Dot uniform, SS uniform. With his gas mask. The helmet cover is not original, but neither are the trousers. But everything on his torso is original. And the belt buckle is wrong, that's a Wehrmacht belt buckle rather than an SS one. There's the reproduction trousers. He's got everything on his back too, his gas mask canister and bread bag, but they're behind him. And the last four here we have on the far right, we have a Hitler Youth Girls. Next to her, we have an ATS soldier, which is the Women's Auxiliary Transport Service in Britain during World War II. So Queen Elizabeth wore a uniform like this. Next to that, you've got a A2 pilot's jacket. This is marked on the back. The Flying Dutchman was the name of their B-17 bomber. It's from the 7th Bomb Squadron, the 34th Bomb Group. And then next to that, you have a Gordon Highlanders uniform grouping. The Gordon Highlanders has his kilt. Thank you for watching today's video for all our various uniforms. Please like and subscribe, and as always, you're welcome to visit the museum. Just message me or email me with the link below. Thank you for watching.